Yo, this your boy Orlando Brown. I just did a dope interview with real life street stars right here, right now. And I'm on this lit boardwalk, right? You know what I'm saying? I think this is kind of famous back here. Hot.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just real life street stars. You know what time it is. Real life street stars. Hold on, man. Hold on. We got the young legend in the building. The living legend, man. Mr. Orlando Brown. We got him in the building, man. You're in Dallas. You're on the couch. You're on Street Stars. First and foremost, what got you in Dallas? What got you out here in the city, man?
My bad, boys. You know, we stopped through here, doing what we do, and I went to the studio, ran into Kill Shot,
Shout out Kill Shot.
We here.
Man, there you go. And we're going to go through there. We're going to go all the way through there, man. Studio, music, everything. But I got to say, man, there's only a few people on YouTube that kind of command a presence. When their screen comes on, it's a thumbnail that has a picture of a human being, and it's Orlando Brown. It seems like you're all in the YouTube algorithms as far as people are just so captivated with your story, with your upbringing, everything else of that nature, and what you have going on a daily.
Yes, sir.
Now, mind you, I got to say this. I think it was the other day we interviewed a young guy by the name of Goomba. He's Jaguar Wright's husband, and he was in the military. And we were asking him, I said, man, what made you get in the military? He went to ROTC first. I said, what made you get in there? He's like, man, this movie, Major Payne. I just always wanted to go, like the way the cadets was moving and when they go back and see, go Tiger, do that, go Tiger. Folks they might not know this is Orlando Brown's first major motion picture, man, 1995, man. That just cements you in history right there that you got a young man going to fight in Iraq war based on watching you come out on that last scene and doing your thing and say, I want to join the ROTC, which of course led to the military. And here we are, man, fighting for the country. How does that feel as far as that alone to land that role and have that kind of impact just on the big screen?
Legends like Mr. Damon Wayans, that was amazingly fun because you got to realize at that time in my life, I was extremely young.
Yeah.
So I didn't have it's the same thing. Like I don't look at it like that. I just know that was the guy from In Living Color. My mom used to watch the show all the time. So I was like, what? I'm going to go do what? Go audition for what? And my goddad, Bobby D. Allen, he was like, you going to go audition with this guy named Damon Wayans. And he whispered to me that I should say something to Damon when I was in the room. And so this is how it went. He was like, yo, you gonna say, if ask if you could speak to Damon, right? And I was like, all right. He said, when you get Damon and then you get to his ear, tell him this place needs 2 snaps up, snap, and say, and a job. And I was like, what does that mean? Like 2 snaps up in a job, right?
Yeah.
And so in my audition, this is so funny. In my audition, it's about like maybe about 4 or 5 people in there. But I know Damon, he's sitting there, he got the big bald head, and I'm like, that's Damon Wayans.
Yeah.
And I did my lines, I didn't have to have no paper or nothing. And I did a good job. And I said, can I speak to you?
Yeah.
And he was like, me?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you. And he was like, yeah, man, let me come talk to you real quick. So he get up, he all tall, I'm little. I said, everybody started laughing. He like, they watching the magic happen. I tell him, hey, come down, nigga, you told us, like
Yeah.
Tell him, motherfucker, this place needs 2 snaps up and a jaw. That motherfucker picked me up.
That's lit. That's lit as fuck.
Yeah.
That's lit.
Yeah.
So you didn't know you didn't know what a living color was back then. I mean, I'm sure you, like you said, your mom knew what it was.
I knew my moms knew what it was and stuff like that, but I didn't know. You can't watch certain jokes. They was going far. They was doing some real historic stuff on that show.
No facts.
So I was able to watch certain stuff, but like I was able to watch a few things, Jim Carrey, Flying Marshmallow.
Yeah.
I was able to watch a few things, but at the same
really
time, not. You know what I mean? So. They hated it. I don't think my mama wanted me to see that, and you know what I mean. You know what I mean. It was just certain, right. It was just certain things that but it's fucking classic comedy though.
Facts,
you know what I mean?
Facts.
Classic fucking comedy though.
Facts.
But like you can't show your son that. You know what I'm saying? And then when I seen it on my own, I was like, that shit is hilarious because I had already known him to be a father with the children, doing this thing, my wife, Mr. My Wife and Kids,
exactly.
That took me to a different, he took me to Michael Jordan flight school, bro.
Oh, damn.
I basically would go to his house every weekend and stay with Damon Jr. and Michael and Cara and at the time he was still with Miss Lisa, Mama Lisa. And it's just like a whole epidemic of things that I can remember, being in the house and my mother bringing me there for flight school and he opening the door. I go in, but he thought I was upstairs with the boys and I stayed there and I watched because my mom was at the door still. So he had his underwear on. He was like, does Orlando got a father figure in his life? And she was like, no, not like that. He was like, well, say no more. And gave my mom a hug. And he's like, we'll be back in maybe, give me 3 weeks. We'll be back.
This is all after the movie and everything.
This is all after the movie.
Damn, that's great. I'm curious. Do you feel like In Living Color could exist in today's world?
Yes, it could exist, but it has to be like a Bentley Kyle Evans and a Keenan Ivory Wayans and a Martin Lawrence and a Jamie Foxx and a Tyler Perry. These have to be the writers in that kind of in that element, today. It has to be unheard of who's in that writing room.
Facts.
Now the cast is a different that has nothing to do with it because we have all this material in this lane. In this lane, in this room, in this writing room, there's so much material. We can go get a bum right now and make him something pop. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's at. And yes, it can definitely survive, but it has to be abnormally ridiculous. The level of people that have to be in that writing room right now.
Well, back then, they sell a lot of stuff.
Right.
They sell a lot of stuff. Do you think that same energy could still exist? Because there's a lot more sensitivity to what people say. Cancel culture, Me Too stuff.
There's no such thing as cancel culture. It's such thing as respect and no respect. If a motherfucker gonna give me cancer culture, I don't know what the fuck that means. I know this to be a disease and I know this to be somebody's fucking ethnicity. So I'm not putting these two words together to create division in God's land. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? What we're gonna do is we're gonna speak straight facts. It's some things that are right, some things that are wrong. We just can't do the wrong things. The majority of the wrong things, we do a lot of the right things. You know what I'm saying? And make the right things really, really what transpires and make it cool and make it funky, make it, you know what I'm saying? Make it right.
Right.
Don't do no whole shit and make a nigga have to fight for this and that. Like how I say it all the time, that whole shit with the word gay and then or this and that. It's just some shit just bothers me. You know how many human beings have died just because of one fucking word? It makes no fucking sense. Yeah. So why play with certain words? Man, anything can survive with respect.
Right.
You can put anybody in a room full of killers. If they got respect, they're gonna walk out that motherfucker better than the next man that didn't have respect.
Facts. So you put strength on words, because again, there was a meme I seen where they said right in the 60s where gay was meant happy. And slowly in the 60s, going into the 70s, where that word started changing to the homosexual word of it. And it's like people still use the word in a happy sense, but then you got blasted for even using the word because now it's changing the meaning. So do people put too much emphasis on meanings of words?
You can't do things without knowing that royalty comes first inside of one's soul.
There you go.
And then everyone is royal in their own way. So you see somebody, you say, what up, king? Hey, what's up, queen? It's certain people that you approach that you have to be the person that light that they see. And I know it's dark out here, but at the end of the day, if you are the tool that God is using to make that some people don't even know that. You can say hi to somebody and fucking brighten their whole shit up. Nobody talked to them all day long, but you said hi to them.
Thanks.
You fucking said hi to them. You made their day. You know, their mother hasn't called them. Their father hasn't called them. Their cousins hasn't called them. They was just in the men's home like me. They was, you know what I'm saying? It's real shit going on in the world to where when you use certain words, you have to understand that words are worse than a gun. Words are worse than a gun. If you're going to say some shit, you're going to mean that shit. Like I keep saying, it's G-A-Y, God, Allah, Yahweh.
Right.
Break these syllables down to the first thing that you can think of that's positive. You know, that spells happy to me. Those three things, God, Allah, Yahweh, these things, these words that create our entity that created us.
Wow.
That's what makes me happy. So that's what I can think of when I say when it was G-A-Y, God, Allah, Yahweh. And then you break that shit down into the other way. Now, if a person, like I always say, if it's gonna be, if you homosexual, my nigga, that don't mean you're not my brother.
There you go. There's a chain.
That don't mean you're not my sister. That don't mean you just wear that shit and wear it proudly. And don't be trying to force nobody into what you thinking because you got hurt or because you made a decision to go play in the lake, motherfucker, and drowned, came back up. And now it ain't the same no more. You want somebody else to feel that shit. No, motherfucker. No, don't play. It's not. This is why I asked him to bring. It's not a game. This is really going on right now.
Oh, there you go.
This is really going on right now. Like they act like it's a real game. Like. The Bible is actually happening now. And when you take us back, that means that you're taking us back literally. It's rubbish. You know what I'm saying? Certain words do not need to be acknowledged and certain things don't need to be done based off of people's experiences and bumping their head in the past situations. So if we're going to keep on playing our games and keep on being young and keep on being stupid, then no, we can't have it in living color. No, we can't have an Orlando Brown show. No, we can't do this. No, we can't do that. Because so many people are acting like they are so fucking perfect and acting like they're so fucking just, no, bitch, you're not Nicki Minaj. And I love Nicki Minaj, but yeah. I love the real Nicki Minaj. And you're not going to be her. You're never going to be her. You're never going to see her, bitch, because she going to pull up on you and she going to have some shit to say. And that's the thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Same with Janae Aiko. Same with, it's a lot of our female artists that I feel like don't get the even Khalees. I feel like,
Khalees.
You know what I mean? Like, it's so many things that need to be addressed. But if we just start addressing ourselves first, then we can start addressing things that go on in the world because we'll be able to mask ourselves into what we're actually looking at. Okay, I'm detached from what the fuck I was right here. Okay, I was stuck over there, so now I can actually look at something. A lot of people don't even be fucking looking at phones right now, bro.
Oh man.
A lot of people don't even have the right. They don't even need to have the right to pens, pens, paper. Yeah. Some people don't need to have the right to a lot of shit.
But they have it.
No, they think they have it. That's the problem. It's here today and gone.
Hey, tomorrow, let's go. Hey, you're unpacking a lot here, and I got to get your thoughts because now you're unboxing something, and I'm just curious because you mentioned, of course, you know, the way we think and the way the world treats it. We're trying to move forward, but we're going backwards. I got to get your thoughts on when it comes to like a transgender. We are having to where now, let's say there's a man and woman's bathroom, and a transgender will say, "Hey, I recognize myself as a woman. I need to go into the woman's bathroom." But it also opens the Pandora's box of going to jail. There was a man who recently recognized as transgender, went to jail to a women's prison and started getting the women inmates pregnant. So what are your thoughts as far as the culture moving forward when it comes to, being able to say, I'm a man, I'm a woman, and changing your gender role, basically? There's no reason to change who you are, but there is a reason to have, it goes back to respect. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. You don't hide in the bathroom and get girls pregnant. I mean, that's just fucking wrong. You know what I mean? So therefore, there's gonna have to be some kind of boundary, and you're gonna have to be proud to walk in that bathroom. That's real. That's real.
In the club, you're gonna have to be proud to walk in that motherfucker and you know that you loved. And when you come out, the motherfucking shit gonna still be there for you. That's what it is.
That's right.
Don't put everybody together and make it look like no. Respect is what it needs to be. It's a respect factor. And that's not even a gender thing. It's a common sense thing. It's there needs to be there's TS channels. You know, and you know what I mean? I know there's this and that for transgender, this and that for transgender is not a problem. They're people too.
It's the abuse of
They're people too. We're all the same race.
Right.
What makes them more different? Their dick or their vagina or they have both or what makes them different? That makes them different. That's why they can't get in the club or we have to have this club is that and it should be a huge epidemic of people fighting for the human fucking race. Our pattern of not being able to eat. When we're not hungry no more, we're not hungry no more. That's transgender, gay, straight, whoever. It's the fucking truth. When the stomach goes hungry, the stomach goes fucking hungry. And guess what? What about I'm not gonna feed you because you transgender? I'm not gonna party with you because you TS. I'm not gonna drink. I'm not gonna drink out the same cup. That's weird to me. You know, that's weird to me. It's people in my family that are transgender. You know what I'm saying? And I love them. I drink from the same cup as them. Fuck do you mean, bitch? We out here. We out here. Like, what the fuck you mean? Like, yeah, it's just like I said, but some people just can't, well, you know, like I said, they get hurt, whatever. It's been too much for them mentally. And when they see other people rising or they see somebody else's success or whatever the case may be, they want to force their demons onto people at that point in time. And it sucks. And then, you know, they just want people to feel the fire like they felt it. But some people just do not need to feel certain levels of fire. If I go steal from somebody, there's a certain level of fire I need to feel for that. If I kill somebody, there's a certain level of fire I need to feel for that. If I slap somebody, there's a certain level of, you know, that I need to, fire that I need to feel for that. You know, he felt his fire. Leave him the fuck alone. Everybody has felt their fire at this point. Everybody's just fucking tired. And to keep on, I feel like this whole Chris Rock and Will shit thing is like this, man. You know, I don't mind Chris milking it, but all right, you milked it, my nigga.
Did he milk it though?
Blood, let him milk it.
Did he milk it? Did he milk it?
Let him milk it, yo.
He didn't say nothing for a while.
But because he was waiting for the right check to milk it.
A week before the Oscars, to do a special.
He did a lot of that thing. It was out of anger. He should have just talked to Will.
He didn't want to talk to him. And
he didn't want to talk. He should have just talked to Will, and it would have been a better approach. Seeing him saying things like selected outright. Come on, man, you fucking crazy, man. That's like them saying Orlando Brown need to be in a fucking straitjacket.
So $40 million versus should he have sued Will or just said
no, man? I mean, he should have just talked to him. That's what I'm saying. It's always somebody like, yo, Dave Chappelle been eating in the game right now.
Yes.
Why not go ahead and pull your HBO Chris Rock card right now, hold off, get a nice bag, and then talk your shit that you've been talking in your house when everybody is not with you, nigga. That's basically what you're doing. You made yourself like you got selective rage, motherfucker, not Will Smith. A room full of people waiting to hear what you gonna say, and that's what the fuck you say, nigga.
Mm. He seems still angry.
You can see it. You can smell it. These are the words that he was saying in the room to his motherfucking self, okay? Beating the fucking wall, mad, talking to his therapist, scratching down pictures of shit, breaking shit, drinking. I'ma say this shit.
Well,
who got the... Let me, I ain't going.
Well, we see where you stand on Chris Rock. Will Smith was banned from attending the awards for 10 years, I believe.
Okay.
Do you feel like that was justified with his actions?
I don't feel like anything is justified with two black men not speaking. Chris could have stood up for him. You know what I'm saying? This is, and you know, I'm just saying we all make mistakes. And I'm not saying that it was right what he did, but I think it's too fucking much going on.
Wait, do you feel like it was just more so Chris Rock taking the blunt hit of what's going on with his personal life, with his, not only with his wife, but his, you know, everything. And that was like a personal, I don't think the joke made him go up there. Do you feel there's something behind that with Will?
I feel like Will Smith is one of my best friends in the whole entire world.
There you go.
So I'm not gonna play you.
There you go.
I feel like you tried me, nigga, in front of all these people, and I'm gonna smack the fuck out of you.
Just like that. Gee. Just like that.
I'm gonna smack the dog shit out of you. You playing with me. You gotta be fucking kidding me, nigga. You ain't gonna do that to this right now. You ain't gonna do, you know, that's what it was. It wasn't like, I gotta do something or I'm scared or my wife is bullying me. No, nigga, you got me fucked up.
Yeah, I think that's the first time.
Yeah.
The first time in a long time he sat front row. So it was like, it was space and opportunity.
Yeah.
Do you think he could have pulled him aside after it happened?
He could have pulled him aside at the after party. He could have pulled him aside after that segment. You know, it was a lot of Caucasian people in the room, yes, and that scared them. Okay, it still scares Jim Carrey to this moment. He still wants to sue Will Smith for $100 million. Right. What the fuck are you talking about, buddy? I just feel like we've all done things that, you know, puts us on the extreme level. I haven't been on their level. God willing, I do, but I have been around them for my entire life, and I can tell you that, you know, when Chris Rock came to do Waynehead,
yeah,
you know, I did, you know, I'm Damie in Waynehead. I'm Waynehead. You know, Damon Wayans' is cartoon of how his leg got messed up and all that stuff. He walked around with it. Okay, so when Chris Rock came in to do the motherfucking his shit, and you know, oh, that was big, man.
Yeah, but
Sean Wayans was more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was big, man. It was huge.
As you're about to tell the story, the Waynehead, that was Damon Wayans' just, like you said,
life story.
He brought you in. He just wanted you, like,
he wanted me to play him.
You play me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope. Nah, that cartoon was lit as fuck.
Yeah, right. Thank you.
Lit as fuck.
Thank you. But when he came in to do his shit, everybody was in there. And everybody was Chris Rock. And this is when he first was doing his shit with HBO. It was really getting hot.
Yeah.
And he comes in and, you know, he's eating donuts like he's just never fucking eaten donuts before. There's crumbs everywhere.
One donut?
I'm like, yeah, one donut, but yeah. And then I'm like, and it's all over the floor. No, it's just like, what the fuck? Just a very messy individual. And I walked in to see what they were talking about. That was a messy, Chris, you left that motherfucking studio fucked up. It was like donut crumbs every fucking where, coffee spilled. Fucking this nigga didn't know if you wanted to smoke a cigarette in that bitch or not. And how you got a crushed cigarette on the floor, motherfucker, and the motherfucker ain't even lit or nothing, nigga. It's just on the floor like you was digging in your pockets and shit for things you thought you had in your pockets that wasn't there, all kinds of shit. Yo, man, you know, I don't know. Does he have dentures?
I don't know. We have to Google it. We have to look that up. I don't know.
I don't know. I was asking. I'm not trying to be funny. I was asking because his teeth always look the same every fucking time. And it's always from this side to that side. I be like, what the fuck is going on, nigga? That look like some shit, man. You know.
Hey, and again, we're gonna, you know, again, I do feel like Will Smith. It's been a year. We should move on. And of course, the Chris Rock special happened, and we'll let that land where it lands, and, you know, go from there.
Yeah.
But I'm curious. You said something earlier. You said, you know, their words should not cause people to, you know, get all up in arms. Mm. Now we have a guy that's regular on our channel by the name of Charleston White.
Okay.
And he says people shouldn't get mad at me for what I say. They should look at my actions and what I do. My actions show that I'm a good man. I'm out here helping kids doing this. but his words are very damaging, like very damaging when he's talking to people, talking about people.
His approach is like he's, you know, he's not himself lately, and he's a great individual. People should listen to him more. I feel like I've heard him speak, and I love the way he comes across on camera. But really, honestly, something had to disturb him because he's not himself lately. I think somebody's been fucking with him, and he can't really do what he want to do. You know, too many eyes on him. It's just like, it's a lot of things that can frustrate a man like that has that much respect. And so you just got to be careful with the fire that you play with. It's levels to this, man. Not like how the song say, but it's levels to this fire shit. People don't know, man. You don't have to be in fire to actually be able to see that people, that love you, see that there's something wrong.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it like this, because you start off in the movie on the big screen, and then I would expect more movie productions, but it's like you found your lane in TV afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Was that choice of your parents, your manager, as far as just the roles you were getting? Why didn't it go back towards like more movies versus like That's So Raven and things like that? Like, because
of the decisions that I made and things that I did, and not understanding who I was, and not making the right decisions just as a person, and having too much in abundance too young. That's what took me away from stuff like this. Because I knew that this is all I grew up doing, and with this kind of stuff. And so it does something to the psyche when you don't understand that your mom is doing this, and this is doing that, and this is doing that. And so therefore, when you got to do it, it's like it don't look the same no more. You can't do it like mommy, nigga. Can't do it like your daddy, nigga. Like, you feel me? So, it takes a while for you to really, really wrap your mind around, like, damn, like, I'm really out here young, wilding, tripping, smoking, doing stupid shit, not really understanding where I'm at, bumping my head, being fucked up to people, you know what I'm saying, saying stupid shit about people, like, you know what I'm saying, like doing dumb shit based off of just me not knowing. Now that I have the eye, and now that I've wrapped my mind around who I am, and now that I know myself, it's just a different situation as I approach things, and I'm just happy where I'm at right now in life.
Now, you see a lot of child stars. Once they get into young adulthood, there seems to be a bit of a decline, whether it be mentally, whether it be drugs, alcoholism, whatever it may be. Do you feel like there is like this damaging aspect to being a child star?
No, what I feel like is people feel like when the show is over, they don't know how to write their own, or they don't know how to, get another job without a new manager. You know what I'm saying? Managers are dropping artists for no reason just because they're not the hottest. Agents doing the same, and it's taunting Hollywood. It's taunting the spirit of Hollywood and filmmaking. Period. It's always the same people that we see in these positions of power or on these screens. Now we're getting more new faces, but what I'm teaching the world is, if you look beyond that face, it's the same people that you've been seeing for years, and it's just they're in a different position. So you have to understand, it's time to give Hollywood back. It's time to open up and give back to something that has been given to us for so many decades. Hollywood hasn't been seen in the right light for many, many years. There's a dark cloud over Hollywood, and that's not the Hollywood that I grew up in, which is why they wanted to keep me out.
With that being said, how do you transition, especially being an actor? We see you visually as a child or a teenager. Once you start getting older, maybe you're doing more cussing, maybe things are a little bit more sexual. How do you transition on screen and in your personal life from being little you to now I'm a young adult, I'm doing different things, and you have to accept the older, more mature me?
Well, yeah, there's always going to be the older, more mature me, but then there's always going to be Tiger. And then there's always going to be somebody that looks at me as their baby. And then there's always going to be, so, you know what I mean? So me personally, all I can do is put myself in a mental state of appreciation all the time. And that's how I balance myself out. I'm appreciative of everything, and that's what keeps me grounded. And just like how this interview picked up, had my glasses on, he said something real. Oh, that's what you activated. Done. Bam. All right, cool. What's going? You know what I mean? It's not an act. It has to. People look for stuff out of you, but it's not like it's just gonna happen or fall out of the sky. It's certain things that you say that can trigger certain things.
That's true. That's true.
Like we were saying with words, what did you really want out of this? And what questions do you? I don't be tripping off of doing interviews because I know myself, okay, and but I don't know what they're gonna ask 9 times out of 10. But I just wanted to make sure that that it's a key that you hit with certain things that you say to people.
It's true.
When you can say fuck you to somebody, they be like, nigga, what?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Or you can say fuck around somebody and they're like, okay, it could be like, okay, I see what he does.
It's just different. It's different ways to approach how you speak to someone. And then so the growth thing that you asked about, I think that it's just on me to continue to show the growth. That's all. It's not like, oh man, yeah, nah, it ain't like that. I can still get fucked off any second because of the position that I'm in and how high it is. So I can't do certain things, and I do understand that, and that's what also keeps me grounded. I can't go certain places anymore. That's what keeps me grounded. I have to be with security 24/7. That's what keeps me grounded. Out of nowhere. That's what keeps me grounded.
Wait, so you can't walk in a normal Walmart?
Oh no, I can't do it without a security. No.
So did COVID make it better when you can mask up and kind of wear?
It's not me. I can walk in there. Yeah, I can walk in there,
okay.
But they gonna
be like, hell, what you doing?
What the fuck did you do?
No Waffle House for you, sir.
Thank you.
No Waffle House for you.
Like you don't know what God got for you. Just wait. Just sit still.
So I gotta ask. You did, I think about 100 episodes of That's So Raven.
Yeah, something like that.
How would you sum up that whole experience of that show and the Disney brand and, just coming into, who you are, living your life on TV? And most people maybe do one season, 2 seasons, 3 seasons at most. This show was projected to go on and they actually, rebooted it. How was it for you saying, man, this is like my life. I mean, this is That's So Raven. It's paying my family. We're good. But for you yourself, I know you're almost like a check, almost like, hey, go do the job. How was that for you to do almost 100 episodes of that show?
It was magical. It was magical. It wasn't no bullshit. We had fun. It was fun. Every moment was fun. The fucking crazy shit. I'm going to tell you I don't know why, but I'm going to tell you this crazy ass shit. I'm going to tell you how I woke up this morning. In my dream, it was something going on or something to where we was doing some shit. And Raven, I turned around and Raven was there. Like I turned around and Raven was there and she grabbed me and fucking pulled me in some room and was like smiling and was talking to me like this. And then that's when my son jumped on me like, Daddy! And I woke up like, oh shit.
Wait, this is the dream?
That I just woke up to.
That Raven pulled you in the room?
Raven pulled me in the room and they started talking to me like this.
Like, come back on the show.
No, I don't.
We need you back. No, so I wonder if your son didn't jump on you. What would she have gotten out to tell you? Like,
I don't know. I don't know, but it was crazy. It was weird, like as if her spirit was around me. It was crazy. Like she pulled me in a room. Like I was standing somewhere. I know you said leveled. So like I was standing somewhere and I literally turned around and was like, and she like smiling and shit, grabbed me and
are you seeing the current Raven how she looks now, or this is the back then?
With her haircut and everything. It was her shit.
Yeah, that's probably be on the show.
I was like, damn. I was like, it was crazy because then my son jumped on my stomach.
He said, "Woke Daddy up."
woke me up and I was like, damn, at least I got to see her ass.
Yeah, damn. So I gotta ask you, what is your? I mean, again, I remember there's a Vlad episode to where he asked you about Raven and y'all coming up, and then you did the whole Mmmbop thing.
Yeah.
Do you regret even saying that on Vlad?
No, because I didn't. It wasn't planned like that. That's just my person. I was listening to Hanson.
But you had the ad-libs was
me a question.
The ad-libs was a little bit more.
He literally had asked me a question, and when the dudes that was in the car, they didn't want to hear Hanson. And I was like, fuck this. I'm going to my interview. You niggas cut this shit back on the radio. They turned out, I want to fucking hear that shit. Back then, I was turned up and shit all the time and shit, fucking drinking all the time. Turn the fucking shit up.
Yeah.
And nigga, they turned up that Hanson. Bop, doop, top, tell me who you can.
Come on now. Come on.
So I get out that motherfucking car and he asked me a question and something, and it was just like, it wasn't like I'm gonna do this to her. I was just thinking of the song and about to make their ass laugh because they was sitting behind the camera and I was just, it was really like that. Like, yeah, niggas, whatever. And then so next thing you know, it was the fucking song heard around the world again.
Right, yeah, brought it back.
And I was like, this nigga milked it.
Trying
Like,
to
you know what I mean? Like, he milked it, bro.
I'm telling you, man.
He milked that shit. He didn't have to do that, man. 'Cause
I'm telling you,
that
man.
was weird. Like, I just literally just like, it wasn't even a joke. It was just me being me, you know, and it turned into some old other shit. So no, I don't regret it, but I do regret what he did. I regret that it got out of hand like that.
So I'm curious because now, and again, this is from your thoughts as, y'all were filming the show. Raven, of course, now she's open about her sexuality and she's doing a lot for the community, the LGBT community, doing a lot. I think
Right.
just
Shout out LGBTQ.
Yeah, she just did a lot. Was this something that even was like that you saw back then, a possibility for like what, I know y'all are growing up, y'all discovering.
Yeah,
yourselves.
man. Anything is possible for people, for God's children. It's
true.
not,
It's not questionable.
it's not that, it's not a question. It's just it's how you do things. You have to have style, class, taste, pizzazz. It's a lot that goes with understanding life and understanding who you are as a person. Anything's possible in this great globe that God created. Yeah.
If the opportunity presented itself for you to be a part of the reboot, would you do that?
What? That's a Raven?
Mm-hmm.
Fast as fuck.
Why do you say that? Was it just because?
Because we gonna turn up.
Oh, come on, man.
We gonna turn it up.
Come on, man.
One time. We gonna turn it up one time. If we, God willing, it's gonna be a magical situation.
So, inquiring minds want to know.
Right.
We hear all these stories about Disney and like working for Disney and how they're just excruciating rules and guidelines when it comes to being a child star on Disney. When you were a part of the franchise, what were some of the rules or some of the guidelines you felt, well, not that you felt, but that you had to abide by being a part of that network?
We can do whatever the fuck we want.
Oh, damn. Like, because y'all were the stars, or you had to like kind of get to a certain point?
Because we were the stars.
Damn. Can you kind of expound on whatever
like
the fuck?
that. We can do
Did you do what the fuck you wanted?
I didn't do what I wanted at that time. I was too young to do what I wanted to do. But
I like the emphasis on what I wanted.
Nigga, get the fuck your ass going home. Nigga, we go. But at the end of the day, we just had to be respectful. We could do whatever we wanted to do. We just had to be respectful. And that's with everything, with media training, with people that you don't know that run up on you, with cars that you walk up to because their kids in the car. People shoot people with their kids in the car. And I'm talking about shooting celebrities. Like, cause you, bow, like, you just gotta be careful and be respectful. You can do whatever you want. So when you sign to the mouse, man. And then once you sign to the mouse, it's a forever thing,
yeah, how about to say, do they like hit you up on like anniversaries?
Well, no, because I've been bad. So,
but they would hit you up if you want.
Oh yeah, well, that was I've been doing a lot good now, so you never know what might happen. But I wasn't in the right mind back then to even possibly even be thought of. to be on the show or be around Ray or be around myself even. Cause what you don't understand the magnitude of yourself, that means that, you just not, you think you know yourself, but you don't. So you're still doing things that you're not supposed to do.
So even you putting tattoos on your neck where they're like, normally Hollywood would be like, oh, we got to cover that up. It's harder.
Well, no, they never had, they had, there's some brilliant makeup artists out here, darling. Yes.
Talk to them.
Brilliant. Yes. So you don't have to worry about certain things anymore. They also have like faster laser treatments and stuff like that, but it's just all about being who you truly are. Jamie Foxx got a big ass tattoo on his head.
Facts, yeah.
As long as he be respectful, that's one of the gifts. You can make it work,
We'll spend money on you. So I have to ask you then, you did a show also with Mary-Kate and Ashley, huh? As far as the Olsen twins.
My sisters.
Again, the Disney alumni. How was that, dealing with the Olsen twins and just, where they're at now, like to see them become, I don't know what they're worth now, but to see what they
My sisters have a very special place in my heart because, we spent some very special moments where we did two of a kind together. And, Mary-Kate and Ashley, they're just amazing, they're fun people and they're funny. They just, at that time, it was so many people in their ear. Okay, so, I was 3J on Family Matters.
Right.
So imagine finishing up, you got Reginald Johnson hugging you, crying, don't cry, oh, don't cry. And then a week later, you come back and you have to be on the very same stage. It says Family Matters on the outside of the building and everything. And they're not there. You're there with Ashley and Mary-Kate Olsen.
Damn, same set.
They filmed Two of a Kind on Family Matters lot, on not the lot, on the stage.
Damn, that's wild.
So where the living room was, where everything was, I'm telling y'all, like it was completely gone, but it was the same stage.
Damn, Hollywood.
I was scared to walk in. I was crushed. They made me feel so good. And shout out Martin Spangers, because that was one of our other co-stars and stuff. And that's my guy, man. He, he's doing so many great things now. And I'm proud of him, you know what I'm saying? But Ashley and Mary-Kate, I love you so much. I'm proud of you guys.
There you go. Did you ever see their younger sister, Elizabeth, who's now, of course, she's on Marvel playing the Scarlet Witch?
Elizabeth,
was she on set? Was she around?
I mean, I think it was more like just their dad at the time and all that cool stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it wasn't more like, it was more like the dad and the lawyers. And then, so we would have fun on set because that was the only time they would have fun.
Okay.
They had their hands in multiple stuff, like multiple things. And now that's who they are. They have some great advisors at a very young age.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move it. Hey.